What sets Total Mortgage really apart from our competitors is that we truly have a focus, a specialty focus on renovation lending. Renovation loan is a mortgage that allows our home buyers to include not only repairs, but also improvements, upgrades, anything that a house may not already have in it. One of the big misconceptions is that these products are used only for repairs and that there has to be something wrong with the house, but that's not the case. We're able to include improvements. Like I said, we're able to do things that most people don't even think of sometimes, like buying a house that has nothing wrong with it but needs a brand new deck that it doesn't have, or a house that has nothing wrong but it needs more living space, so we can include finishing a basement right into a mortgage. Most of the homes that are out there today are aging. Many of them do need a new roof, and we know that a roof is not a cheap expenditure. Can cost $10 or $20 or $30,000. Many times we're finding people purchasing houses where it may even have a roof that's acceptable to the appraiser today, but we know that within a few years a new roof is going to be inevitable. And we say to home buyers, well, where are you going to come up with that money, later on down the road? So we many times will recommend to a home buyer, maybe you should include that new roof today. Maybe you should include that new HVAC system or furnace or whatever it is that we know is reaching the end of its life. Because the time to do that is at purchase, when it can be financed into the entire transaction. That will really make a big difference when the time comes when that roof or whatever repair is needed. The biggest roadblock, if there is one, is that the renovation mortgages require the involvement of a contractor, whether it's a home improvement contractor or a general contractor. And the misconception is that it's way more complicated and more involved and so much paperwork, and that it's difficult to find a contractor. That could be the case in any transaction. However, having this business being around as long as it's become a lot more commonplace. It's become more of the norm, and there's a lot of contractors out there that are very, very familiar with the process and how it works, and they're usually very surprised to find out that it's really just a few forms that they need to complete so that they're acceptable to us as a contractor, and the rest of the process happens along with the mortgage like any other mortgage. And like I said, most important point being that the work that is going to be completed is going to happen after the closing, so we really don't even hold up the closing time. The best way to be prepared when a shopper is considering a renovation mortgage is to first and foremost understand that they are pre-approved for whatever mortgage amount that they're shopping for. So there's no specific pre-approval needed to do a renovation mortgage. It's just their normal pre-approval, knowing that whatever home they identify, as long as they work in the renovation funds that they're going to be using, worked into that amount that they've been pre-approved for, they can shop backwards, so to speak. The buyer can be approved for a certain number and then shop for homes up to that number and everything in between, knowing that will establish their renovation budget. Someone that's shopping for a renovation mortgage can really benefit by thinking ahead and thinking of identifying a home improvement contractor. Many times their real estate agent can be really helpful in that regard. They usually know contractors, and as a lender that specializes in these products, we can also do the same. We can be helpful in helping identify contractors and getting them lined up, helping them identify inspection consultants so that they can preview properties, if you will, and go from there.